Market Degradation, a Crossout video by Dangerously Incompetent. This weekend's special is a bit unusual. You know how your upgraded parts you can't sell them? Well, this weekend you can remove the upgrade and turn them from an upgraded part that isn't tradable into a regular part that is tradable. And all it will cost you is 15 stabilizers. And if you don't have enough stabilizers, don't worry, because for this weekend only, you can trade them, so you can buy and sell your stabilizers as well. That's very unusual. Letting us turn non-tradable upgraded parts into tradable regular parts. Never been done before. And as a result, market prices on parts like cabins and weapons and wheels and equipment, they're all down. They're all gone down, but mostly they've really gone down on the season workbench only craftable parts, like your Omamori and your Stillwind. If we look at the Omamori price, look at that. That's when this special started, and it immediate crash, bang, it's dropped 2,000 coin in a couple of days. That stings. My own net worth has collapsed from 390 odd thousand on Friday morning to 310,000 on Friday afternoon. It's rallied a bit now, but that is an awful sting. When I saw the announcement and saw that you needed 15 stabilizers to degrade an item, I thought, oh, not many people are going to be doing that. Who's got 15 stabilizers lying around? Not me. Well, apart from in rare stabilizers. But in the other ones, no, not a chance. Because you only get one stabilizer out of a lead engineer's container, and you only get a lead engineer's container every time you go up a prestige level. So there's not that many lying around. But then I thought, no, wait, battle pass. Because when you buy a battle pass, you can get a whole bunch of stabilizers from the season. If you do that every season, then you've got some stabilizers lying around. And you might not use them up for when you're doing random upgrades, because you're not doing random upgrades and stabilizing that particular upgrade that you want, perk that you want, and then you're going to do it again and try and get the set you want. You're waiting for the fixed upgrades because it's an awful lot cheaper and a lot less random. It's not random at all. So, yeah, quite a few people might have quite a few stabilizers lying around in order to do this, or sell them on the market to people who will then do this. My next thought was, why on earth would you want to degrade your parts? Because upgraded parts are so expensive to get in the first place. You take 3 regular parts and you turn them into an upgraded part with 3 random perks or 2 random perks on them. So you spent 3 to get 1, and okay, you can wait for a cheap upgrade weekend where you only need 2, but you're still getting random perks, so you might well fix one with a stabilizer and then do it again. Spend another one. So you're back to 3 in order to get your power plus 20% and your mass minus 17%. The set of perks you want. So it's going to cost 3. Or you can go down the fixed upgrade route, but that only uses 2 regular parts, but it also uses a bunch of resources, which generally work out to be the same cost as a 3rd regular part. So you're still using 3 regular parts to get 1 upgraded part. And now this weekend, people are taking their really expensive upgraded part, spending a bunch of resources, and turning it into 1 regular saleable non-upgraded part. That 3 down to 1. That's a huge resource lost. Why would you do that? You'd have to be crazy. Battle pass again. You buy a battle pass, then you can get from the season a bunch of upgraded parts. The season workbench craftable only ones, the new ones that everyone wants, and you've got an upgraded version, and you haven't paid any in-game economic cost. You don't have to spend any resources to get them or parts or anything like that. It's free. in-game. You've paid €15 or whatever Battle Pass happens to cost, but in-game you've paid nothing. So you're happy to degrade them and then sell them and get some coin out of them if you're not using them at the moment, and spend that coin on something you do want. It's not just the parts that are only craftable on the season workbenches that are dropping in price. Parts that are craftable on the regular faction workbenches, they're dropping in price too. Not by as much, so it's only a handful of people degrading their items, but they're still doing it. Why? Well, I suppose if you got the upgraded part but you're not using it anymore, you got bored of it, or you moved on to the next meta, or it got a nerf, it's just sitting in your inventory, you can't do anything with it, so it's got no value to you. But now this weekend you can degrade it and now you can turn it into some coin. So bish bash bosh, that's what you do. Short-term thinking to my mind, because at some point the cycle of nerfs and buffs and combinations with new parts is going to make every part popular again. Look at the breaker here, been unpopular all year. Omamori comes out and the combination of the two works rather well, so the breaker becomes more popular and its price goes up accordingly. But you could be waiting for this resurgence in the price for years, or it could be the next update, but most often it's going to be years. So unless you're thinking, oh, I'm going to be playing this game for years, I'm not using this part, I'll just leave it sitting in the storage until I do want it. That's my attitude. Whereas others don't expect to play the game for so long, so they want to get what they can now. They're not looking ahead though, are they? That might explain why some players are degrading their items, but why did the devs run the event to let them do that in the first place? This event has crashed the market for several parts, the Omamori being the prime example. If we look at its price over the last week, it was trading 8,000. Suddenly it dipped a bit, which looks suspiciously like someone was forewarned this event was going to happen, and they expected this to happen, where it's lost all that, another 2,000. It's now down at 5,000 coins. Maybe that was the point. Maybe that's what the devs wanted to happen, to crash the price of the high price stuff. But that in doing so, they've going to have upset a lot of players. Consider the person who bought the Battle Pass, got their upgraded Omamori, and now they decided, I'll degrade it and I'll sell it for 7,000. Oh, no I can't, the price is dropping like a stone, and you'll be very lucky to sell it at 5,000 now, because it's price locked. The price is up against the price corridors. You can't buy or sell an Omamori for less than, at this point in time, 5,046 coins 67 cents, because the price corridors won't let you. You're going to be a bit upset at that. You were expecting to sell for 7,000, you can't even sell for 5,000. You're not, realistically, you're not going to be able to sell it until the price bottoms out and starts picking up again. And what's that going to be? 3,000? Maybe 4,000 because your Omamori is popular. You could be very, very persistent and lucky, because people are buying them occasionally. So every so often someone buys one of these offers and these other 58 people don't have a chance of selling. It's the first person who put that bid in to sell, that offer to sell in, they'll sell. And then the price corridors will recalculate and they'll be a bit lower. And so the next person will undercut the price and they'll be the next one to sell. But it'll be in a whole bunch of hours. In the meantime, everyone else, you're not selling. And so unless you're very persistent and check the price every few minutes, you're not going to sell. And most people haven't got that time to spend. So those people are going to be upset, and they're paying customers. They're not going to be too pleased. And then there's the poor saps who had buy offers in when this event started. You know, oh, hey, I've just managed. It's been trading at 8,000, but I've just managed to buy my Omamori of 7,000. Right, that was a lot of money, but it's going to be worth it. What's the price? It's collapsing way low. Within minutes, 2,000 coin just wiped off the value of their purchase. Oh, that's really going to hurt, isn't it? They're not going to be happy at all because they've been caught out. It's the one time you might want to use the insta-sell. You've seen the event, you've seen this coming, you've foreseen that the price is going to collapse, and you go, right, I'll sell to these guys because their offer's still on the market. Bang! And now 2 days later I can buy it back, so I've still got my Omamori, but I've got 2,000 more coin. They've shorted the Omamori. That's when you use the insta-sell. The other bad thing about this event is that this flood of items with no in-game economic cost coming into the market is potentially catastrophic for Crossout's ecosystem. Players are now buying parts cheap from the market rather than farming the resources and crafting the part. Then in the next month or so, there's going to be a dip in the number of battles played. Fewer battles played means fewer players queuing up for battle at any one time, which means longer queue times. And that's the thing that will kill Crossout eventually. If the queue times get long enough, people stop playing Crossout. How long are you prepared to wait for a 5-minute mission battle? Or more likely, a 2.5-minute mission battle on average? What, a few seconds, 30 seconds? 1 minute? 2 minutes? 5 minutes? If it gets to 5 minutes, I won't be playing Crossout. This is why Battle Pass parts are non-tradable in the first place. So they don't hurt the market value so much, and they don't threaten Crossout's ecosystem. Crossout's ecosystem needs the free-to-players farming their way to obtaining parts by playing battles, lots and lots of battles, and thus keeping the queue times short. I'm certain Crossout won't collapse. Very unlikely to happen. We'll probably still be playing Crossout next year. Surely the devs counted the stabilizers and then set the degrade cost accordingly, so there wouldn't be too many degraded tradable parts running around. We've got nothing to worry about. Crossout is in a safe set of hands. I reckon we've got this event because Gaijin, the publishers, wanted to make battle passes more attractive. They want to sell more battle passes. And so Tajam has come up with this degrading weekend. Now, if you buy the battle pass, you get a load of stabilizers and you've got something to do with the excess ones. You can expect an event where you can sell them off and get coin. And all those upgraded parts, well, you have your fun with them for a couple of months, and then once you're tired of them and want something different, you degrade them, sell them off for coin, and then go buy something else. This makes the Battle Pass more attractive, especially to players who are thinking short term. They don't expect to play in 2 years' time. They want to play, they want the new stuff now. Every change in the game is an opportunity to make coin, or lose coin. How can we make coin this weekend? Well, you could sell your stabilizers if you got them spare, or you're not using them because you're going down the fixed upgrade route, or you expect to replenish your stocks next season because you're going to buy the battle pass. Yeah, you could sell them. But what if the devs have run this event to clear out the stocks of stabilizers, ready for some new functionality in stabilizers they're going to introduce that will make stabilizers very desirable, very, very sellable? Ooh. Well, in that case, maybe we should invest in stabilizers. That's a very speculative investment, isn't it? We can sell them this weekend. Tomorrow we can't sell them. We might never be able to trade them again, so you might be stuck with them, never sell them again. Or when they do become tradable again, there'll be loads in the market from a battle pass or something, or they won't be desirable. So yeah, it's a bit of a gamble, that one's. I did go and buy myself some relic stabilizers because they're dirt cheap, just on the off chance that at some point in the future I get some relics and I want to upgrade them and I want to stabilize the upgrades, just in case, because they're so cheap. Or you could take one of your upgraded items and degrade it and sell it. But if you're going to do that, do bear in mind the price you paid to get the upgraded part in the first place. And bear in mind how much you're going to spend on getting 15 stabilizers. Or if you've got the 15 stabilizers already, how much you could earn by just plain selling the stabilizers and forgetting about the degrading. And once you got the saleable item, you still got problems because all the parts are in price locked high. There's so many people trying to sell them, it's obvious the price is going to go down, so no one's willing to buy at the current price. They're waiting for the price to go down. So you have to be either very persistent or very lucky to be the person who sells, be number one on that queue. You know, all the 64 people after the first, they're not going to sell. The first person who made that offer will sell, and the price will go down. And then if you've been checking the price again and again and again, you might get lucky and get your offer in before anybody else, and then you'll be the next one to sell. But practically speaking, you're not going to sell until the price bottoms out and starts climbing again. Now, the time to degrade and sell was right at the start of the event, when you could insta-sell to the poor idiots who had buy offers on the market when this special started. The way I intend to make money out of this event, and the way I suggest you make money out of this event, is to buy cheap parts. Keep an eye on the prices, especially those parts that were only craftable on season workbenches, because there's loads of them being sold and the price is going right down. Keep an eye on their prices and try and buy just before the price bottoms out and starts coming up again, because it'll be as low as it's going to go and people are still selling. As to when that's going to be for any particular part, can't help you there. The only thing you can do is watch the prices. And once you've bought them, it'll be a while before the prices come back up again. It might be months before they come back up again. There's so many parts being sold. Unless, of course, there's something that increases demand for them sharply. Say there's a fixed upgrade available for them. Oh, is it nearly time for Snowstorm already? What interesting times we live in. See you around.